Yeah, yeah. Hello, guys. Good doing, guys. To some transfer windows going on, or should I say transfer rumors, you going on. But I hope everybody's fine. I hope everybody's good. And guys, if this is your first time of coming across the football fan zone, please begging you guys endeavor to subscribe, like, and share. So everybody is welcome, no matter what club you support. This is a platform that does not discriminate. Every fans is welcome on the football fan zone. Feel free to subscribe and let's discuss football as well as build the community together. So, today's show is all going to be about transfers, rumor, done deals, speculation. Like it says on the title, Osime, Chelsea again. And we're going to be looking at what's his name again? Arsenal at what is it called? At US. But like I said, guys, let's get into the show together, guys. And do not forget, it's going to be all about transfer. Now, where do I start from? I think I'll start with the transfer windows, and I will leave probably Osime and Calafiori to towards the end of the show. I think I will leave that towards the end of the show. But what I want to discuss right now is I want to start the show with discussing Savin Simons. I want to kick off the show with Savin Simons. And the reason why I want to kick off the show with Savin Simons was because of the rumor we've been hearing, of Manchester United being linked to Savin Simons. And it was something I said at some point in time. I never believed he was going to leave PSG for United. You know, I never believed he was going to go to United. So that was why when there were talks and linking him up to um, Manchester United, I just felt there is no true in that. Honestly, I just felt that this article coming from Plattenberg, and this is what Plattenberg had to say. Savi has decided to stay at RB Leipzig. No transfer for no transfer to FC Bayern. All parties involved are now informed about it. Therefore, Max Eberl now trying to sign Desire Dua. Leipzig and Paris are finalizing the last details for a new loan of Savi. Now, new 1 year deal with RB Leipzig. Sorry, guys. Now, I've said this before. Now, I said I've never thought Xavi Simon was going to come to Manchester United. If there was a place I actually felt and believe at some point he might, go to, that would have been Bayern Munich and not Manchester United. But here you have it yourself. Plattenberg came outside to say he has decided to stay back at what's it called, and RB Leipzig. And if you ask me, guys, if I'm honest with you guys, I think that's the best thing. That is the best decision. The best decision, no doubt. That is the best decision for him. So, but when it comes to transfer, when it comes to transfer, you can never retransfer. Tomorrow you wake up and they tell you, um, somehow, Bayern Munich have signed him. It happens in football. But moving on with the show, guys, I want to talk about Joan Cancelo. I want to touch on Joao Cancelo because they've been talk, around Joan Cancelo, and this is coming from what's his name again? From Mundo Deportivo. a journalist in Spain, and it says that Barcelona are unlikely to sign Joao Cancelo because of Manchester City asking price. The thing is, guys, if we are to be honest with each other, guys, if we are going to be honest with each other, I don't think 25 million pounds for Joao Cancelo is too much. Honestly, it's not. It's not even enough for me because Joao Cancelo is a baller. Like, he's a baller. This just get to tell you how broke Barcelona is. Honestly, that is why I see here. This just shows you the predicament Barcelona are facing. And what is this? Another reason why Barcelona will be kind of like, you know, playing out to get to do these days because they know for a fact that Man City wants to get rid of Joan Cancelo. They know. So a player you don't want in your club anymore, just like what Chelsea are doing with Chalobah, a player you don't want anymore in your team. These are the sort of things you expect because the clubs coming for him want to take the advantage due to the fact that they've seen him play. He's a good player, but they know very well that the coach at City and the player are not really in good terms. So they want to take advantage of that to offer clubs crazy money. Because when you look at it, 25 million pounds for John Cancelo is nonsense. Honestly, if we are being honest with each other, 25 million for Joan Cancelo's kind of yet again, like I said, it works for Barcelona, and I believe they will get the deal done. Now moving on, guys. Kepa, sorry, Kepa. I meant Kylian Navas, and this is coming from Fabrizio Romano. It says here, AC Monza and he advanced talk to sign Kylian Navas and their new goalkeeper on free transfer. Deal collapse for Peluigi Gulini. Despite agreement on Friday, Navas' strong option for Monza as revealed by Matteo Moretto live on blah blah blah. Now, one thing is this guy is a very good, is a good keeper. I really rate, man. You know, sometimes, when it comes to the world of football, there are players, there are keepers, defenders that does not get, you know, given the credit on your talks, Rodri, and they tell those as well. But one thing they, they are forgetting to mention to us is the fact that what's his name? Cavaja also have won all these things Rodri won. And yet nobody's talking about Cavaja for the Ballon d'Or. You see how crazy football can be sometimes. Nobody is calling Cavaja's name, but they're calling Rodri. You know. So for me, if you are going to be talking about um, this guy deserving to win the Ballon d'Or, then you want to also add what's his name to the matter. Cavaja. Rodri won the Premiership. What is he doing? I think that's all. But Cavaja won the Euros, won the Champions League, won the league, and Super Copa. So if there's any conversation to be had for the Ballon d'Or, I am sorry. This guy's name should be involved. But Ballon d'Or is not what I want to talk about, guys. Ballon d'Or is not what I want to talk about. That will be a topic for another day. That will be a topic for another day. But moving on with transfer, guys. Matteo Moretto from Italy. I think from Italy. Now, this was a report he made today. Now, he says that Real Madrid are working on signing Trent Alexander-Arnold and Alfonso Davies as free agent in 2025. Now, do I think it makes sense? Or do I think that will end up happening? Now, I know for a fact that Alfonso Davies will end up at Real Madrid. But Alexander Trent is the one I'm not really sure of, you know. But if there's something Trent will achieve going to Real Madrid is this. It gives you that thing whereby you are recognized in the world. Then when you come to the England national team, I don't think anybody will be able to bench you because it is crazy and it's insane about where you see a situation whereby Kawaka is playing ahead of Trent. And let's just be honest. Kawaka is playing ahead of Trent Alexander Arnold. How? That was that was how to get though. But these two guys, you guys know me. You know, I would love them in my club. I would love them in Real Madrid. I would really, really love them in Real Madrid because we need as much player we need to get because we want to do the football in the next, how many years? 10, 5 years. So we need every player, every defender we can get. Moving on, guys, I want to just touch on Daniomo. I want to touch on Daniomo. Daniomo. And this was actually coming from Fabrizio Romano. And it says that Barcelona had new contact with Dani Olmo's camp over the weekend. And they are preparing a new proposal to send RB Leipzig, still discussed internally. Barca waiting for Nico Williams' decision, but keeping Omo option active. Now, when you telling me Barca are waiting for that Nico Williams decision, I don't think it's up to Nico Williams. If you are a baller and you know stuff about football, I'm sure you will know Nico Williams is not the one delaying this deal. Honestly, Nico Williams is not the one that delaying this deal. What is delaying this deal is Barcelona. Because for sure, we all know, like, I'll be shocked if Nico Williams end up not going to Barcelona. Honestly, as things stand right now, Barcelona priority is Nico Williams, not even Daniel. I'm not saying Dynamo is not good. Dynamo is good. United is red. How are you? How are you doing? How are you doing? Can you tell me how are you doing? United is red. You guys are cooking this season. You guys are cooking this season, no doubt. So back to Daniomo. I think Daniomo will definitely end up at Barcelona as well. But Barcelona are looking to do the deal for what's his name first. They are putting that into like as a priority. They are putting that as a priority. They want to sign Nico Williams. And after Nico Williams, I am sure with everything in me that they are going to come for what's his name? They will come for Daniel. And that is sure, it's certain for me. It's certain. Because we already know about the links between Barcelona and what is it called? And Nico Williams, as well as Daniel Mo. We knew all this in the Euros. So I don't think they will end anywhere else. I don't think so. I still strongly believe that Neymar and Barcelona and Nico Williams they will be playing for Barcelona next season. You know, Now, if you're not here earlier when I spoke about what's his name, Kelo Navas, well, we just received a year ago from Fabrizio Romano. Kylian Navas to Monza, here we go. Deal in place for the Costa Rican goalkeeper to join Italian side as a free agent. After leaving PSG, Navas accepts Monza proposal and he is traveling this week for medical test. Deal of for Pierluigi Golini as Monza sign Navas. Now, you all guys know my take on this goalkeeper. One thing about Kylian Navas is a good goalkeeper. He's a good goalkeeper. He just happened to be one of those keepers whereby they don't get given that credit as it deserve. Like guys, this guy is a goalkeeper that won Champions League 3 times in a row. You know, he won the Champions League 3 times in a row. United is red is asking, what club do you support? And I support Manchester United. I support Real Madrid. Real Madrid. I'm a Real Madrid fan, but talk everything football. We are not just one-sided. We say it the way it is. So I am a Real Madrid supporter. Now I would love to have your take. Because I can see this is your first time of coming across our channel. Please do subscribe, like, and share. What is your take so far? Are you impressed with the way Sergeant Ratcliffe and Enos have operated so far? Let me know what you think on the comment section as well. Let me know if you are going to rate the signings out of 10. What are you going to rate it at? And which player would you want United to sign? Because if you ask me, United is red. I will tell you for free. I do not think what's his name? I don't think Lenny Euro and Zexi are enough. On delete, Manchester delete, things have actually gone quiet so far. Things have actually gone quiet so far because but I still believe Man U prefer to go for Jared Brightwaite over delete. I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. Maybe because he's England player. But if you ask me, the talks for Matthias Delete have gone quiet because Man U are not ready to pay enough money. All they want to do is just, I know they are operating in a dimension we have never seen before. Honestly, we have to give it to them. We have to give that kudos to Manchester United. They are operating in a way have never seen before. They are not overspending. They are leaving the deal, dropping the deal, but they are still getting deals done. Now, the only place I have problem with Manchester United is selling players, and that's where I'll judge them. Sell all this deadwood, Harry Maguire, Scott McTominay. They need to go, honestly. So for Manchester Elite, it's quiet for now because Bayern Munich wants 42 million pounds plus add-ons, and United are not willing to pay that. So that's why that deal is still upheld. Now, Mazui and Manuel Gatti to Manchester United almost done. Yes, I will tell you for Mazui because terms have been agreed. For Manuel Gatti, terms have always been agreed. Like he has said yes to Manchester United already. He has said yes to Manchester United. The only thing that is left right now is for Manchester United and Bayern Munich to come together and do a deal. But for that deal to happen, for Mazuri to come into the club, Aaron Basaka needs to leave. And for Manuel Ugarte, it's just a matter of time because I believe if PSG gets Jao Neves, they will be willing to do a deal for uh, Manuel Ugarte. Just that the money they are asking for is also ridiculous. I do not understand. They basically want the same amount of money they paid for. They paid Sporting Lisbon for Manuel Ugarte. It's crazy. So that is why the transfer have actually seem as if it's difficult at this point in time because these guys are just asking for crazy money. Because for me, I've not really seen enough of Manu Gatti. I watched him in the Euros, sorry, in Copa America. And one thing I don't like doing is judging players based on competition. I don't like doing it because you cannot just watch a player and say, yeah, this player is crap or is good. Then you sign him and the next thing is crap. So I don't judge from a tournament. We judge on club football. Now, United fan is asking where Aaron Basaka going to. Well, the only place Aaron Basaka is going to at this point in time, it's what's it called? It's West Ham. It's West Ham. West Ham are the only club that seems to be interested in signing Aaron Basaka. Only West Ham are interested in signing him. And at first there were some talks of Aaron Basaka going to Inter Milan and Dumfries coming over, but that has also died down. Now moving forward, we've seen Nicholas Fokro, the what will I call it? The striker, the striker for Borussia Dortmund has actually been linked with West Ham. They've been linked. Okay, okay. United Red says here delete for 45 million marks. Honestly, like yeah, when you say for 45 million marks, I would say add-ons and add-ons plus is money should go for plus add-ons should be around 45 million pounds. I honestly believe they will do a deal because what Bayern Munich want, they want 45 million pounds plus add-ons, maybe probably 10 or 5 million add-ons. But you can go to them, do a deal of 45 million plus add-ons, makes everything 45 million, and that's a good thing. And the way you sound, it seems you don't really rate, you don't want Jerry to it because you're all concerned about match as elite, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It is, it is a good thing because Matthias this is a baller as well, a good defender. I've been telling people the fact that Matthias Deli did not work at Bayern Munich or Juventus does not mean he's a crap player. He's still a good lad. He's still a good player, and which is why I believe the club are pushing in to sign Matthias Deli. They are pushing in big time to sign him. Just that they are not willing to, pop out the money. And that is where the likes of Harry Maguire comes in. If Harry Maguire, Scott McTominay, Aaron Wan-Bissaka can leave the club, then United can go out there to get players they want. United will go out there, get the players they want into the club. But because you have players like Harry Maguire that still believes he wants to fight for his shirt, make it make sense. He does not even have a big ambition. Go and play somewhere else. Now, this is coming from transfers. It says West Ham United has set its sight on Borussia Dortmund Nicolas Fokro as a potential striker signing. Now, this guy called Fokro is a good player. You know, our what's his name was benching Fokro in the Euros is something I don't really understand. It was beyond me because he's a better player than Kai Havertz, and it's fact better player than Kai Havertz. Um, United is ready asking, will Real Madrid be signing any players in the summer transfer? Well, I don't think we do need to bring in players. We've got enough already, honestly. We've got enough already. Though I would really, if there's a way they can bring in a centre back, it would be nice. But the only centre back I would really think Madrid will go for right now is Matt Hummels from Dortmund. That is a free agent right now. Who is a free agent right now? It's only him I know. Okay, yeah. If it comes to what's it called, Real Madrid, it won't be a bad idea, you know. But one thing I know for sure, we've already made a signing in Hendrik. he has been unveiled. Mbappe has also been unveiled. So if they can still get a player in, good. If they cannot, the team is perfect the way it is. You know. So Madrid don't really need to sign in too much players this transfer window. He says fuck Crow to West Ham. Why? What country? I'm in South Africa. I'm in South Africa. Which country are you? Okay, you are from Bangladesh. All right, all right. Someday I'm going to invite you over to invite you over the show as well. Invite you into the show. How is the weather like in Bangladesh? How is the weather there? How is the weather right there in Bangladesh? I want to say about Fokro. Fokro is a good player, man. He's a good player. And at the end of the day, every team right now in the Premiership are trying to strengthen their team. They want to strengthen because you see, look at what Aston Villa is doing. Look at what Chelsea are doing. Though Chelsea are playing. Look at what they're doing. Look at Newcastle as well. Everybody wants to bring in top players into the team because they want to play probably Europe football next season. Now, United is ready. It says, yeah, Real Madrid need one young seed center back and left back and right back. Yeah, no, I do agree with you. I agree with you. But in the terms of the left back, I think we have Frank Gracia, we have Mendy, and there's still the likes of Kamavinga that can play from that angle as well. And like you said young, and I agree with you, which is why I believe the likes of Trent Alexander-Arnold will join Madrid next season. You know, so he can give a breathing space to Carvajal because Lucas Vasquez is not really going to be playing for. He only renewed his contract. I think they gave him just 1 year 1 year contract. So if I'm going to be honest with you, I think you're right. I agree with you on that. But I don't think we need a center back because sorry, left back because we have Frank Garcia there, we have Mendy, and we have Kamavinga that can still play as a left back as well. But the left back that it looks likely to come into Madrid is not going to happen this season. It will happen next season, and that will be Alfonso Davis. But one thing with Alfonso Davis can play multiple position. That's one thing that's very, very good with what's his name, Alfonso Davis. He can play many position. Now moving on, guys, we've seen Smith Rowe have actually left the club to join what's it called, Fulham. See, it's done. Arsenal breaking news, and this is coming from Sky Sports. Arsenal have accepted a 34 million pounds offer from Fulham for Emil Smith Rowe. The deal is worth 27 million pounds, sorry, plus 7 millions in add-ons. Medical plan for later this week with Emil Smith Rowe expected to join up with Fulham squad in Portugal for preseason. Now, this is a good one for me. It's a good one. It's a good one. Real Madrid should go for Davis and Liverpool left back. Liverpool left back. Who is Liverpool left back? Is it Timikas or Andy Robertson? I wouldn't want Andy Robertson, man. Honestly, I won't lie to you. I wouldn't want him. I think his time is up. Now he's asking, would you take Dalot? Me, at a go. I won't even think about it. I won't think about it. If you offer me Dalot right now, I take him right now, now. I rate Dalot very, very high. Dalot is a baller, man. He's a good player. Though United fans, they always sometimes bash him. I don't know why. But for me, he's a good player. I'll take Dalot any day. Any day. Uh Emmy Smith Rowe for 34 million pounds is a joke. He's 23 player. 20. And you will not blame him. You will not blame him. The reason why I will not blame Emmy Smith Rowe is because I understand what you're talking about. I understand the perspective you're coming from. And you're right. Because we have not seen enough. We haven't seen enough of Emmy Smith Rowe. And I am not putting that blame on him. I am not putting the blame on him. And the reason why I'm not putting the blame on Emmy Smith Rowe is because he has a manager like what's his name? Uh Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta can never give game time to such players. We have seen the likes of Emmy Smith Rowe not getting game time, One not getting game time, Rhys Nelson not getting game time. So all these players are players whereby you cannot really tell. And I understand you perfectly fine when you said is a 23 million player. Honestly, you can argue that because I don't know how they've been able to Arsenal have been able to get 35 million pounds. Sorry, 34 million pounds from what's his name? Okay, not Liverpool. Okay, right back. Yeah, no. Well, if you ask me, if I would take Trent, the Liverpool right back, and Diego Dalot, the reason why I would take Dalot more, not just because I love Dalot, but I think you might want to argue. People want to argue Trent is a better player over Dalot, but for me, there are things I look in a player. You know, there are things I look at in a player. Dalot going forward is a beast. You know, he might not really be good defensively, but there are things he offers you a lot. He offers you a lot. He can play as a right back. He can play as a right wing back. He can play as a left back. You know, these are things, but sometimes it helps you as a team. Then he's asking. He says, Manchester United should go for for Pedro Neto. He can play left wing, right wing, striker, and a cam. But the problem I have with this guy now called Pedro Neto is the fact that he's too injury prone. Honestly, he's injury prone. And at this point in time, Manchester United don't want to be bringing in players for money, whereby they don't get to use the players. You know, so I will understand if they can get him, it will be a good deal for United. But yet again, what are you going to do with the likes of Ahmad, Anthony, Garnacho? What are you going to do with them? I'm asking you now, you are United fans, what are you going to do with those players? Because I don't think United still need to be bringing in, what's it called? Wingers. I believe they need a striker, a good striker, quality striker. That's what I believe United need. And probably one centre back also. Okay, Dalot. Now you're making it very, very hard right now, man. Now you're making it hard. Diego Dalot, Liverpool, that is Trent Alexander-Arnold, or Frimpong, or Hakimi. Hakimi have played for Madrid before. And Frimpong. Frimpong will not really suit the way Madrid play because Frimpong is a right winger, right wing back. So it's going to be between Dalot and Trent. And for me, I think I'll go with I'll go with what's his name? I think I'll go with Trent. Sorry, I'll go with Dalot. I think I'll still go with Dalot. I rate Diego Dalot so high, man, so high, so very very high. He's a good player. Now moving forward, we saw what's his name, Julian Alvarez. I don't know why City do not want this guy to go. Let him go, man. Let him go. And this is coming from Fabrizio Romano, and it says here on his Julian Alvarez on his future. Last season, I was one of the players with the most minutes at City, but in the end, you don't like being left out of important matches. You want to contribute. I will take my time to think about what I want for myself. We'll see. Now, coming to this statement he made, I do agree with him honestly because at some point last season, I was saying it. There was some match whereby he was not playing. Alan was playing those matches, and I was like, if I was Pep, I would play Alan. Sorry, Alvarez, because when you watch when City played Real Madrid, You see the way Rudiger marked Haaland out. And he was able to do that because aside the fact Haaland will offer you goals, he offers you nothing. Haaland offers you just goals. Aside if he also offers you goals, it's not he will not offer you link of play. He don't offer you anything aside goals. But with Julian Alvarez, Alvarez can offer you a lot. He can make runs. He can make those serious runs. He can make his link of play with other players. It's incredible. Theo Hernandez or Davis at Real Madrid. I would take Alfonso Davis over Theo Hernandez. Though I still believe Theo Hernandez is a good player. I rate him as well. But I would take I would take Alfonso Davis over Theo Hernandez. Now back to this Alvarez issue. Honestly, man, I understand his frustration. You know, there are some important match that he was supposed to be playing at last season, and they did not use him. They did not. Now, United is asking who will pay 70 million for Alvarez. For me, Alvarez is a good player, man, and I believe if okay, they've been talks of Chelsea being linked to Osimhen, and Osimhen is around your how much 70, 80, 90. Like there's a release clause of 130 million euros on Osimhen. I would take that money, take the funds to go and get Alvarez for 70. Alvarez is a super player. And the fact that Chelsea wanted to get Isak for 100 million plus, take the money and go and get Alvarez. Because Alvarez offers you link of play, offers you goals as well. He's a good player. So, but I do understand what you're saying. The transfer market right now is rubbish because of the fact that of this FFP of a thing. So every club right now are not really wanting to be, spend money like that because they don't want to get caught or breach the FFP law. So I do understand that as well. I do understand that. Now I want to look at Sane, Leroy Sane. There've been talks that was linking Leroy Sane to Arsenal Football Club. Now I don't know how true is that. I don't know how true is that. I honestly don't know how true um, is that. If there's a truth in it. Prime Raul, Prime R9, or Prime Benzema. I think it will be. I think I'll go with Prime R9. I think I'll go with Prime R9 though. I'll go with Delima Ronaldo. I'll go with Delima Ronaldo. This guy was good though. It was good also. Raul Gonzalez was a fantastic player as well. And Benzema, don't forget him, Benzema too was a beast as well in his own time. Was a beast. Now moving on, guys. Leroy Sané. Leroy Sané. Chelsea buying random young. It's mad, man. I tell you, United is red. It is mad. The fact that Chelsea are going out spending millions on random youth players, young boys who don't even know. That's as I said. If I was a Chelsea fan, I'll be worried, man. If I was a Chelsea fan, I'll be worried because it just clearly shows that these people don't even know what they're all about. Honestly, they don't know what they're all about. Now, this is coming from Plattsburgh. And he's saying here, Arsenal are monitoring Leroy Sané's situation at Bayern. Mikel Arteta and Sané have a great relationship from their time together in Man City. The current tendency is that Sané will stay and extend his contract. Though I think Sané will leave for Arsenal, I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. Uh, any update on Sancho? Well, Sancho. Let me just check on Romano. But Sancho, the talks about Sancho is just still ongoing because when it comes to Sancho, PSG are honestly interested, but they've not made a bid as yet. And also the amount of money Manchester United are demanding is also putting a kind of delay to this deal. It's putting a delay to this deal from happening. So if we are going to be honest with each other, they both they like the player and the player is ready to move to PSG. Just that PSG, their priority at this point in time is João Neves. You know, Sancho is not their priority. João Neves is their priority. And that's why they are trying to do whatever they can do to get him to the club. But Sancho likes the club and they love Sancho as well. But they want to get one deal done. And the amount of money United wants for Sancho is crazy. We're talking about, if I'm not mistaken, we're talking about in the region of 60 million euros, you know. So that is also ridiculous. And I think that's why it's also like they don't want to do the deal. I honestly believe they don't want to do the deal as well. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you, man. I'm happy to having you here, man. Thank you. I'm happy having you here. I'm happy having you here. Um, Arsenal wants Sane. That is yeah. One thing is this: Arsenal are trying to just have that squad depth. I can understand the reason why Arsenal will go for what's it called for Leroy Sane. Once Saka is injured or tired, there's nobody there that will come in to do a job there. So if you have somebody like Leroy Sane, and Saka from that right wing, then it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. That way they can go, you know, give push each other. They will push each other. Bayern don't even try for Euro. No, man like Tesh, man like Tesh. Hope you are good boss. Hope you're good boss. Now the thing about Euro, Lenny Euro, we all know every club wanted Lenny Euro. Madrid wanted Lenny Euro. Arsenal wanted him. PSG wanted him. Bayern Munich wanted him, and Manchester United also wanted him. You know, now uh, I'm a Madrid fan. Sometimes I take banter at United saying you guys overpaid for Lenny Euro, but the honest truth is that Man U actually showed to the player that is like they want him, is a priority. And if Lenny Euro had come to Real Madrid, he will not get game time like he will get under in United. Like for Manchester United to spend roughly 62 million euros, though when I say 62 million euros, they are paying it every year. They are paying, I think it's 10 million every year, you know. So for them to spend 62 million euros, it tells the player that these people they want me, they value me, they appreciate me. Not like Real Madrid. Real Madrid did not really showcase. Real Madrid were ready to get him on a free next season. Like what we are planning to do right now. We are planning to get the likes of what's his name? Trent Alexander-Arnold, and and that is why when you look at the revenue is very, 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 very high, very high. Like we made a profit of 1 billion, the first football club to do it. We get people for free, we make them players. Sometimes we sell them, sometimes we make too much money from them. So that's the thing. And Bayern Munich was never going to get Len Euro anyway because it was between Madrid and United, and United ended up winning the transfer window because they showed seriousness. They pop out the money, you know, they popped out the money, and the agent was able to convince him, tell him, and it makes perfect sense. Because for me, I know very well if he comes to Madrid, he's not going to get enough game time. He won't. So, but Man U suit him very well. There's every I just hope the injury he has, is not too serious. I am hoping that injury is not too serious. So because I want to see him playing. I know if he comes back from that injury, he's going to start. You know, that's the thing. I hail you, my boss. I hail you, my boss. Now, uh, but one thing about us, it will be a young prospect for Madrid, and don't I can still come back in the next 5 years to come and sign him. He's very young because 5 years from now, Euro will be 23 years old, so I can call for him then. That's what we'll do. Manchester United are a step up club for Madrid. You build the player, we come, we take it, we take them. Yeah, you you beat me for Euro for you learning Euro. Liverpool wants Kubo. Those talks for Liverpool wanting Kubo is not true, man. It's not true. The president for Real Sociedad came outside and denied those talks, saying they not already receive a bid for him. Now, United Israel says we should go for Ignacio, 51 million if we don't get delayed. And that's it. That's what I'm saying, man. I've been saying that as well. I've forgotten how much his release clause is. He has a release clause. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure on how much he has on the release clause, but I know it's very, very cheap as well. So Manchester United can as well go and get that deal, get that deal done. But I guess we just have to just wait and see if they will get it done or not. Because they've got too many options. That's one thing I see. They have too many options. They've got Gerald Brightwaite. They have another option in Ignacio. They have option in Matthias Delete. What these guys don't want to do, they don't want to get ripped off. That's the fact. So that's the thing. And I understand where they are actually coming from. They don't want to just get ah when things change, Tash, when things change, we'll be here for it. At this point in time, right now, it's not even it's been happening ever since. If forgetting, we took Beckham from you guys, we took Ronaldo from you guys, we took Gabriel Enze from you guys. Who else? Van Nistelrooy from you guys as well. So it's been happening. Madrid and Man, you have that good relationship. As we're giving you players that are probably the leg is going in 2, 3 seasons. So that's the thing. But Man, you are a big club though. Just that when you look at the club like Real Madrid are a club of big stature. The legacy is just big. So every player wants to play for Real Madrid. And it used to be the same thing for Manchester United. But thanks to the Glazers, they've synced the club to the ground. Thanks to the Glazers. Because before you could see United winning all this transfer battle with Madrid with Bayern Munich, but because of the Glazers and Richard Arnold and John Metal, they've messed it up for that club. They fucked it up. But like you said, change will change. Things will change. Now, why is a team so? My team so is my manager. Is Don Carlo. Don Carlo knows how to do his things. Now, moving forward again, I'll just touch on this David De Gea because this guy is not pissing me off now. Coming from Fabrizio Romano, he says here, despite reports that David De Gea was never close to joining Genoa and he won't sign for the Italian club. New Genoa goalkeeper will be former Spurs Pierluigi Goluni, joining from Atlanta. Goluni will travel to Genoa tonight for medical test. Now, this guy is the same person. Um, this guy just mentioned here is the same keeper that was supposed to take the Monza. Monza wanted to sign him, but Monza ended up signing Kenan Navas. Now he will be the goalkeeper of Atalanta. Then that means what's his name? David De Gea will be without the club. Man, David De Gea, this guy might just retire already, man. If you're tired of football, retire already. Because if you're looking for money, If you want funds, then go to Saudi Arabia, man. Go to Saudi Arabia and stop, you know, trying to be try to suffocate us. Go to Saudi Arabia, they will pay you. They will pay you well. Go to Saudi, they'll pay you well. But if you're expecting the likes of Genoa to give you the kind of money Saudi will give you, then you're missing it. You're missing it. Now moving forward, guys. What's his name? Yeah, Emmy Smith Rowe is official. It's official. Emmy Smith Rowe to Fulham. Here we go. Arsenal accepted 34 million package offer. Club record signing for Fulham as Emmy Smith Rowe will travel for medical test and sign the contract. Wow. So basically, Emmy Smith Rowe is a record signing for Fulham. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, on sales for Arsenal, it might be the highest as well for Arsenal on sales. I stand to be corrected, but I'm sure that it might be the highest on sale for Arsenal. No, the reason why they don't want David De Gea is because he's asking for a ridiculous amount of money, man. Honestly, you is asking for ridiculous amount of money. I bet you, if he was asking for around your probably 90, 100, pounds a week, he would have gotten a club. But I'm sure he got so used to what he was earning at United, and he believes that every club out there will give him that same amount of money. They will not. Not every club is United. There are clubs out there that are well run properly. So you will not expect them. Like Tesh says, I'm not sure why it has been difficult for David to find a club. The reason why it has been difficult is because of the money he's demanding. He wants too much money. That's the only way I see it. That is the best way to explain it. David wants excess money, and it's crazy. Whereby he's not that guy, man. It's not. I don't know if there's somebody from his camp that are not even giving him advice. They need to tell him, man, dude, if you still want to play football, you have to just take something reasonable. Take something reasonable. But moving forward, they've been reported that PSG have actually gone in for what's his name. I don't know how true this source is, but it says here PSG contacted Bayern Munich to discuss the condition on transfer for Joshua Kimmich. Remains to be seen if PSG will go ahead, but Bayern are open to a sale. Now, if PSG can get if PSG can get Joshua Kimmich, then it means Manuel Gatto to United is looking more realistic. It's looking more realistic. But we'll be here for it. We'll see how that pans out. Jared Brighton for 75 million is it's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's honestly crazy. Just that I wouldn't say he's 25 million, 28 million player. I would still say around for me, I think the best deal, because he's young, I think the best deal would be 45 million pounds plus 5 million on add-ons. And you stretch it, don't pay it once, pay it in the probably like 5, 6 years, pay it like that. You know, for me, I just think some 5 million is ridiculous, man. Barca fans, Gavi is the next. I do love him. I do love him though. He's a good player. I love that guy. Gavi is a good player, and I love him more than Pedri. And I've been saying it when they both came on. I said no, I would take Gavi over Pedri because he's a better player. There's no way he's not going. Victor is not going to Saudi Arabia. That G was rejected. He rejected that deal. Joshua Kimmich should go to Barca or Liverpool, not PSG. One thing about the reason why he would have gone to Liverpool was if this guy was still the manager of Liverpool club. Maybe if he was still the manager of Liverpool, then he might have gone there. But at this point, I don't think so because they have a new manager and slot. You know, They've got a new manager. And this is an interesting one. An interesting one coming from Matteo Moreto. And it says here, Atletico Madrid has made an inquiry about signing of Sofian Amrabat. Now, I don't know why Manchester United refused to do this deal, man. Come on. £50 million is not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money. But I just guess probably they don't rate him, man. And I wouldn't put the blame on him. Where is Rabio? Rabio is not going to, I don't even know where he's going to, man. He has been linked to United, Arsenal, Liverpool. But as it still stands right now, nobody knows where he's going to. And I don't rate him. He's not a good player. It's crap. It's crap, honestly. So I don't really, I don't care where he goes to because I don't think he's a good player. Honestly, I don't really think he's a good player. PSG also just looking for young players. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this guy, Scouting. Plays for Netherlands. He was very, very good for Netherlands. So JD Scouting is on PSG transfer shortlist. PSG wants 60 million euros and will be tough in negotiation. Wow, 60 million euros. Like the way this club costs money these days is just mad. You know, and Man United are also the same thing. Man United, I believe, Scott McTominay is worth £40 million. 40 million. Scott McTominay. It's crazy, man. Honestly, crazy. Now, back to what I wanted to say about Calafiori. What I want to say about Calafiori. Okay, let me just touch down on the Mazuri before I go to Calafiori. Based on what I'm seeing here, based on in Manchester United and Nosia Mazui is on 5-year deal valid until June 2029. It all includes an option for further year. Okay, 2030, same as Joshua Zexi and Lenioro. Now Mazui is waiting for United as they want to sell Wan Bissaka. And I said for this guy to be able to come into the club, Wan Bissaka has to leave. For this guy to be able to come into the club, then Wan Bissaka needs to leave ASAP. He needs to leave ASAP. He's the one holding this deal from happening. I don't know. I don't know if he's just doing this intentionally. I don't know. Sometimes you will never, you can never, you all these players. Now, this was a perfect timing on Rabio right now. On Rabio, there's an article now on Rabio. Rabio, like he just asked, and he says here, Adrian Rabiot has rejected the contract offer from Liverpool because he wants to join Manchester United, and is coming from to Juventus from Italy. Now, what I would say is this, man. This guy is a bomb, man. This guy, if Manchester United decide to go for this guy, they are going for a Scott McTominay part two from 2.0. That's why I don't rate this guy, man. Honestly, Tesh says United should keep Amrabat at least as a good player, as a good squad player. I honestly agree with you, man. Honestly, I agree with you. You know, because already, but for all this to happen, players needs to leave, man. For all this to happen, players needs to leave. The players like Scott McTominay needs to go. Ericsson, Casemiro. Though I will still keep Casemiro though. But all these players also need to go. And United says scouting is good, but not but 60 million. That's insane. Yeah, that's 60 million is like 42 million pounds, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's around there. It's around there. I am happy. At least for once, you agree with me. I am happy. United are joking, expecting that money for. McTominay. Honestly, man, it's a joke. It's a joke. And Fulham offered 70 million pounds. They offered 70 million pounds. Though, for me, they should have taken the money. But I still believe 70 million pounds was small for Scott McTominay. I think at least 20, 25 million pounds should be able to do the deal. But they came too low with 70 million pounds. Then only to go and spend 35 million pounds on Smith Rowe. Scott McTominay, good for the club like West Ham, Fulham, Roma. He have good Premier League experience. The only person that can bring out the best in Scott McTominay will be Mourinho. Rabio don't reject. Okay, okay. His mom. Yeah, his mom is his agent, man. And she knows absolutely nothing about football. Honestly. Because if she knows football, she will know her son is not good enough. She will know her son is not good enough. And Carl says here, David Royer can now get a chair and newspaper. Another passionate shot blocker and aggressive defender is added to his wall. Wow, Calafiori. You are the Calafiori people. Now, one thing about Calafiori, man, if you ask me what kind of player he is, I don't know what to say because I've not seen enough of Calafiori. I've not seen enough of Riccardo Calafiori to be able to tell you, yes, he's good or he's bad. If I sit here and tell you, yeah, he's not a good player, I'll be lying because I'm just trying to just say something I don't really know anything about. I saw him on what is it called in the Euros. He was decent. He was a baller, and you can see that there is something in that guy. He's a good player, no doubt. But I've not really seen enough about him. And for me, I honestly cannot just wait for the season to just open. I want the season open like now because I want to start, taking banters of people already. All this preseason loan, preseason and Olympic. I'm not here for it. Let the season start. But I think it's less. Probably it's left. The season is left with probably 15, 16 days. You know, but it will be interesting to see what it's all about, man. But Arsenal, you guys need to sign a striker, a midfielder, and a right winger. Arsenal need a right winger, they need a left winger, they need a midfielder, and they need a striker. They need a striker. If you are going to compete with Man City, then you, you need to bring in quality players. Quality players. We want Scott McTominay for 50 million and 30 million. You're not going to get 30 million for Scott McTominay because last season, West Ham came with 30 million. Like it was crazy. I could not believe my mind that Manchester United turned down 30 million pounds and valued Scott McTominay for 40 million pounds. Now they can't even get rid of him. Now this is now Calafiori, good player, have good future. I think so. 50 million for him. That's good. It was a good deal. Was a good deal. But if I'm being honest, guys, Arsenal still need to go and get in a striker, man. Get a striker and probably a midfielder because they actually need it. Now, if I want to move on to the Osimhen thing, because I've had people asking me my view on Osimhen. But first of all, let me first just say something that this guy had to say about Victor Osihmen, Fabrizio Romano. And he says here, Napoli keep looking for Napoli keep looking for solution for Victor Osimhen as they want to bring in Romelu Lukaku as soon as possible. Understand Napoli could be open to discussing Osimhen as part of Lukaku's talk with Chelsea. Osimhen said yes to PSG, but deal in standby by between the clubs. And now I don't blame what is it called? I don't blame PSG. I don't blame Chelsea as well. And I also don't blame Napoli. And this is why I said I don't blame Napoli. I know people will be surprised I said so. Is because Osimhen was the one that came outside demanding he wants more money, more salary. Then you signed a new contract. Like like when you look at it, it is crazy how Osimhen was worth 130 million pounds, and club were ready to pay 130 million pounds. Al Hilal from Saudi Arabia were ready to pay the 130 and give Osimhen £1 million a week, which was 52 million pounds in a year. They were ready to give him 52, yeah, 52 million pounds in a year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Osimhen turned down that deal down. He turned it down. Then look at what is happening. That was like a year ago. A year ago. Right now, nobody wants to pay even 80 for Osimhen. And I've said he messed up. He messed up. Signed that new contract. He messed up. That contract is signed. Messed him up. You sign a contract whereby you get given what you demanded for, and a release clause was added. If that release clause was not there, it would have given clubs the opportunity to bargain. Yeah, these guys are ready to bring down the amount a bit, bring it down a bit. I think to around the 75, 80 million pounds, and nobody sees seen anything. And Chelsea have come outside to say they will give them Lukaku plus, I think, 40 or 60 million. They should do the deal. 60 million plus Lukaku, do the deal. Everybody's happy. But for me, I still don't believe it's good enough, man, honestly. But that's my own opinion, though. That's my own opinion. Now let's just go into this article that was released by James Decker from Telegraph regarding Manchester United. Regarding Manchester United, because Manchester United are said to be, they want a new stadium. They want a new stadium. The probability of them getting the stadium done is, I don't know how true is it, but now this is what it says here. Old Trafford Stadium, latest news: 100,000 capacity stadium could take 6 years to build, cost around 2 billion. Wow! So Manchester United went to go and play in the Sophia Stadium. When they went to the stadium, they could see how nice, how big that stadium was, and they wanted it immediately. And it's looking something like this. Yeah, something like this. 2 billion, and it will take 6 years to build. 6 freaking year. Man, man, these guys are coming in with a banger, man. Sergeant Ratcliffe, they are here with banger. I've seen people that are against them building a new stadium. They want them to renovate it, to renovate the Old Trafford. And one thing I don't understand is this: you want to renovate the stadium, it's going to cost more money to renovate the stadium they are in right now. It's going to cost a lot of money to renovate the stadium. So for me, I would just say build another one. People want to tell you about history. Come on, you can always create history in the new stadium. You can always create history in the new stadium. But that would be very interesting to see if they can end up doing, if they will end up doing it. Alexander Isak to Chelsea, 170 million. That's what Newcastle want. What a joke. No, you wouldn't say it's a joke, man. One thing is this, man. Isak have proven himself in the Premiership, and when you consider the amount of money Newcastle spent on Isak, I see they spent around 60, 65 million pounds, if I'm not mistaken. Around 60 or thereabouts. So it only makes sense they also want to make, a few pounds on him. But like you said, other than 20 is a joke. No doubt. It's a joke. But is it worth that amount of money? Yeah. Osimhen for 120 million is 80 million. No club will pay that much. No club wants to pay it because it's crazy. It's honestly crazy, man. Now, Carr says that Arsenal are strengthening defense, a strong backline, giving freedom to the attackers. You want to something? I agree with you. But the reason why I still believe you guys need midfield um, and attackers. I'm talking about squad depth, and when I talk about squad, I'm talking about squad depth that can actually challenge for the first place. You know, if you want to beat City to win the league, then you need to have your own proper teams as well. You need to have good team, first 11, good squad depth as well. And that's one thing those are things that wins you league. That is what has been making Manchester City winning the league all the entire time because they have people like Alvarez on the bench, Doku, Jack Grealish that can come from the bench and change the game. So sometimes those are things you need. That's why I said I still believe if Arsenal can get Eberechi Eze, get somebody like Leroy Sané, or maybe Isak. Like if I was Arsenal, I'll go pay them for Isak or Ivan Tony. Just bring these guys into the club. Then watch Arsenal challenge next season. Watch them challenge for season next season. Osimhen will go to Saudi. Yes, he has been. There's been an article that said he's considering going to Saudi as well. I want for ultra innovated. It won't be easy, man. United is going to cost more as well. To cost more. Now I want a new stadium after that image. Arsenal need another striker. Yeah, they do, man. Big up there. They need a striker. Arsenal do need a striker, a proper striker. Honestly, they need a striker to bring. They need to come into that club fast. Now, on this is coming from a sports zone. It's coming from sports zone. I don't know how true is it, but we are going to react to it anyway. We are going to react to it anyway. And it says here, PSG have reached an agreement in principle with Jadon Sancho. However, he is not their priority option, and therefore, and they favor other players. Manchester United wants 60 million euros for Sancho. Wow. You guys are the United fans. Do you think Sancho is worth that amount of money? 60 million euros. You know. So they favor other players. So which are the other players they favored over him? That will be Nico Williams. It will be John Neves. And who again? Who are they linked to? One other player as well. But it will be interesting to see if somehow, some way they can get a deal done. Because I believe Sancho is a good player. And when you talk about Sancho, my United fan will ask you, what has he done for United? I just laugh. Because one thing is this, man, Sancho is a baller. You need to trust Sancho. You need to let him have control. You need to let him have control. Like when you look at Sancho, what he did at Dortmund, it is not crazy that he went to Dortmund and he was bossing everybody in Dortmund. Because and they tell you, sometimes they'll tell you, what has he done for United? There's no pressure in United. And I asked a question like, which pressure are you guys talking about? Because it's not like Manchester United are in Champions League every season, or they are competing for the FA Cup, Cali Cup, or what's it called, the Premier League every season. So what pressure are you talking about? Because if it's about pressure, Sancho have gone out and have showed it that he can handle pressure. But you also need to believe in Sancho. You need to make him understand that you are my guy. Because it doesn't make sense whereby you have players like Rashford, you have players like Ahmad, Anthony, and yet your go-to guy, the guy that you are sure, or your go-to guy to get you goals to be a threat to a team is Garnacho. It's crazy. Sancho is a baller. All this what this player sometimes needs is just instruction because everybody is different. Players are different. Sometimes, if you manage Sancho well, you'll be able to bring out the best out of him. And this was something Mourinho said. Mourinho said it. Said he has failed to bring out the best in Sancho. When Sancho went to Dortmund, yeah, Dortmund, we all saw what it was all about. Because for Sancho to shine and exploit in a team, your team needs to be having the ball most of the time. And Manchester United don't have the ball most of the time. That's the thing. Sancho is like, I love the guy, love him. Now Tesh is like, there's nothing you want to tell him about Sancho. Sancho is an intelligent player. I will love to keep him. Honestly, love to keep him as well. It was scam PSG for Sancho. I don't think so. I don't think so. If Sancho end up going to PSG, it will come good, man. He will definitely come good. He will play. He will play ball, man. He will ball it. He will ball in that league. He will play proper ball. But like it says, they are not going to. They are not prioritizing Sancho right now. The priority for PSG now is Nico Williams and probably John Neves and maybe Kvaratskhelia. The Kvaratskhelia, what is that his name from Napoli? Those are the ones for me. Now, moving forward, before I round up the show, this is coming from Plattenberg, and it says Manchester United and FC Bayern in direct positive talks about a transfer for Nosia Mazui, with Manchester United considering the deal for Matthias De Ligt and Mazui as two separate transactions. Currently, there are no plans to complete both transfer in a package. Agreement between Mazui and Manchester United is in place. Once Aaron Basaka moves to West Ham, nothing will stand in the way of Mazui transfer to the Red Devils. Now, this is interesting to see. It is interesting to see. Sancho have big ego. I don't think so. No problem. Show my G. I'm happy, I'm happy having you, man. Always happy having you. So for me, I don't really think Sancho is just a problem. I just believe this guy have failed to bring out the best in him, and it is what it's all about. Now, before we go, this is coming from Manchester United FC, Malashai, and he's talking about what's his name? Says here, Victor Lindelof is close to leaving Manchester United. I also want him to leave, but Harry Maguire decided he's not going to leave. He wants to be a senior defender. He wants to be advise and help people. I don't know what it's all about. So it just clearly tells you that Harry Maguire is not a player that wants to play football, that wants to challenge himself to play in a team. Because you have Kwambala. Kwambala decided to leave to go play in a team, Villarreal, and he will get game time there. But Maguire believes he can fight for a shirt. It will be interesting to see what the season, or what happened during the season. It will be interesting to see what happens in the season. I just want to just see if there's something I've not touched, but I think I've basically touched everything. Oh, yeah, I think I've touched everything actually. But if anything breaks, though, we'll come back and react to it, man. If everything breaks, we'll come back and react to it. For me, your boy, Tema Banks, man. I'm signing out, guys. For me, your boy, Tema Banks. I'm signing out. Don't forget to join us tomorrow, man. Don't forget to join us tomorrow. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a lovely evening night rest. Good night and sweet.